everybody. Just a little quick pop-up scope. I want to share one of my favorite tips with you today about finding your balance. Because right now, everything seems to be out of balance, right? You might be completely off of your schedule. You might be completely changed the way that you live your life right now. And it can really have a tendency to throw us out of our center. And most of us are most comfortable when we are in the center, right? We're living a balance of emotions. And so I'm going to share with you today one of my favorite tips and a little bit of an analogy. Thankful that my husband shared this with me many years ago. I have used it over and over and over again, and I'm going to share that simple secret with you today. Before I do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Leslie Nance. I am the cancer coach. I'm a certified holistic nutritionist, a certified holistic cancer coach, and a 7-year cancer survivor. And I do a scheduled live broadcast every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central Time. And really just come on here, and it's about a 30-minute broadcast. This one's not going to be anywhere near that long today because this is a very simple principle I'm going to teach you today. So if you have not already, make sure that you're following Any Stage and that you turn on notifications so that you know when we are live. So just let me say hello to a couple of people I've seen pop in here today. Hi, Diana. Hello, Jennifer. Jennifer, the new farmer. Jennifer is going to be a new vertical farmer. That's a long story. Actually, it's a very short story, but a funny one. And Rosette, hi Rosette, thank you guys so much for being here. And everybody else who's here, thank you for popping in. Okay, so here we go. Right now, like no other time, our lives have been incredibly interrupted, right? We have been asked to stay at home. Some of us live in areas of the country where we are being forced to stay at home. We've been asked that our children do not go to school because there's no school anywhere. We've been asked to homeschool our children. We've been asked to work from home. We have been asked to only do limited things outside of the home, even walking or hiking or biking. We have been asked to wear masks lately. There are a lot of things that are extraordinary circumstances that we are living through right now. And let me just say that if you think that this is the first time that mankind has gone through something like this, you'd be fooling yourself. The difference is that we have the capability of staying way more connected and way more connected to the information that's coming out and the rate that it's coming out much better. Imagine the pandemic of the 1918 Spanish flu, where people, it was all word of mouth. There was no like public television. There was no, there was no internet or Facebook or anything like that to get the information. You just had to rely on word of mouth essentially to get the information. So sometimes information is great, and sometimes it impedes us. And it stops us from healing and growing. And I experience this a lot when I'm coaching people through cancer. They have overloaded their mind. They have stuffed their brain with so much information about cancer because they're working in emergency mode and they're working, trying to find the answers about what's happened to them and why it's happened to them. And they overstuff their brain with information. And then all of a sudden, clarity goes out the door. It just leaves. All clarity, any semblance of a normal life gets ripped away from you because you're working out of emergency mode. And I know a lot of you are doing that right now. And so I want to share one simple mindset shift that will change everything, hopefully, right? And it's this. My husband used to be a race car driver. He drove for Formula 2. He was in certain circles, he was actually very well known for his particular style of driving. Excuse me. And he did movies. He did a lot of stunt work. He taught for Skip Barber Racing School, and he is an expert professional driver. And he still today teaches that to people who have bought new fancy cars, and especially sports cars that are very powerful and they don't know how to handle them. He actually teaches people personally how to do that. And so trust me, I'm going somewhere with this. And so one day we were driving along. Well, I was driving and he was in the passenger seat, and I'm, he's a professional driver, and we're driving along and I hit a big pothole and he kind of laughed. And I said, I can't believe I hit that. And he said, would you like to know why you hit that pothole? How do you know why I hit that pothole. I was like, what? We were dating at the time. I was like, what? And he's like, I can fully explain to you why you hit that pothole. And I said, okay, explain it to me. I couldn't wait to hear this one. And he said, it's because you were focusing on the pothole. You weren't focusing on all the smooth road around it and ways to get around it. You were focused on not hitting the pothole, and therefore you steered the car right towards it. It's because it's where you were putting your eyes. You put your eyes on the pothole and you hit it. Now, this is a beautiful analogy for healing. Because if you put your attention on the pothole in your life, you are guaranteed to hit it. You get 2 tips today. You get a driving tip and you get a mindset shift. But if you focus on the pothole and you stare at the pothole and you say, don't hit the pothole, don't hit the pothole, don't hit the pothole, you're going to hit the pothole. But if instead you look where you want your car to go, right? You look over at the other part of the road where it's nice and clean and smooth and no pothole, then that's where your car is going to go. It's the same thing in our lives. You spend all of your energy focused on a virus and don't get the virus, don't get the virus, don't get the virus. What happens? You increase your risk of getting the virus because you're focusing your attention on not getting the virus. What if instead you shifted your perspective to, I'm not going to get the virus, and here's what I'm going to do to prevent that from happening. I'm going to boost my immune system. I'm going to align my mindset. I'm going to settle into my new normal. I'm going to stop complaining about living in a house that you paid a lot of money for. Whether you're renting or you've bought your house, it is probably your largest investment you've ever made in your entire life, and you're complaining about being in it? That's your safe place. That's your protection. Stop focusing on the pothole. Focus on where you want the car to go, not on where you don't want the car to go. Focus your mindset on where you want to go, not where you don't want to go. Where you place your attention, your energy flows. In other words, what you focus on, you create more of. You want to stay in panic mode? Fine. Feed it. Watch the news, read all the Facebook posts, read everything you can about the coronavirus, listen to every expert on the planet about and all their opinions about what they think is right. Or you could spend time with your family in this very precious moment. Or maybe you could spend time, maybe you don't have a family, maybe you're sitting at home by yourself. Okay, so spend time writing letters out to friends and family, calling them on the phone, having a meaningful conversation. Learning technology, learning how to use Zoom or FaceTime on your phone. Teaching yourself how to play the ukulele, which is still not done. Garden, which is not my favorite task, but I did some today. Focus your attention somewhere else, because wherever you focus that attention, you are going to create more of. You don't want cancer ever again? Then don't focus on I don't ever want cancer again. Don't focus on cancer. Focus on what you can change to create that environment in your life so that you never have cancer again. Where you place your attention, your energy will flow. What you focus on, you will create more of. Now, there's a lot of scientific proof, and you may be going, really? Try it. I dare you. I triple dog dare you. My husband is so good at this, and it may be because of his background, but he's so good at creating more of what he wants by focusing on the thing that he wants, not focusing on the thing that he doesn't want to happen. I have become really, really good at it myself, focusing on the things that I want in my life and not focusing on the things that I don't want. It's so easy to go, I don't want this to happen to me. I don't want this to happen to me. I don't want this to happen to me, right? We're almost to the point where it becomes an obsession. Instead of saying, I don't want this to happen to me, and here are the things that I'm going to do to keep it from happening to me. I don't want to be sick, so therefore, do you see the switch there? Do you see the mindset shift in that? I want to be healthy. What do I do to make that happen? Don't hit the pothole. Look at that piece of the road. Oh, look, there's a lovely piece of road over here that doesn't have a pothole in it. I'll go over there. It's so simple. It's such a simple shift in the perspective. Do you guys have any examples that you want to share with me? Anybody type in an example that you have where you know you can make this shift, because every single one of you had a little moment of, oh, I could do that with this thing, right? I know some of you have lost your jobs. I know some of you are waiting for loans to come through. I know that some of you are waiting for unemployment to show up. I know some of you are dealing with the virus personally. I know that some of you are in a pandemic and getting cancer treatments. I know some of you are small business owners and are going, what in the world are we going to do? I know, trust me, every day I think about the ripple effect through our community. And I began to focus on, how do we heal this? Where do we take advantage of this situation? How do we become more of who we are through the teachings of something that's thrown us completely out of balance? What an opportunity we have. What an opportunity we have to live and to grow into something better and different. I know a lot of people are purging right now. They're taking the opportunity to go through their house and purge. Get things out of their life that are not meaningful to them anymore. We can also do this in our mindset. What if this is an opportunity for you to slow down and purge your mindset of things that you don't need anymore? Like cancer, sickness, pain, lack. Actually, on Tuesday night, we're going to talk about lack. I have been very strongly feeling this energy throughout people's lives in living in lack. We're going to talk about that on Tuesday night for the Cancer Coach Talks. So I just want to challenge you. Nobody's typing anything in right now, but I just want to challenge you to think about where those shifts can happen. Where's the pothole and what's the shiny, pretty side of the road, right? Where do you want to be? Focus on that. Don't focus on the pothole. Then you can avoid the potholes in your life. Okay? All right, you guys, I see a couple of questions here. I'm going to just answer those real quick, and then I'm going to pop out. German is asking, do you recommend anything for someone that has glioblastoma tumor, 9 centimeters by 6? He is having cold sweats and is dizzy. Thank you. German, that is more of a question that I can answer here in a live stream. So I'm going to encourage you to direct message this page, Any Stage Cancer Protocol. You'll just direct message me. I'm the one on call today, so I'd actually be the one answering the questions. So I just need more information and more than I would feel comfortable going through here. So just direct message me. I'm happy to have that conversation with you. So, right. There you go. Fear of reoccurrence, shift to a healthy lifestyle instead. That's right, Rosette. It's a great shift. If you're constantly looking over your shoulder thinking that cancer is going to come back, right? And that's your biggest fear. My biggest fear in all the world is that I was going to get breast cancer. And it happened. It's something that I manifested in my life because I spent so much energy worrying about it happening to me, and then it happened. And it was such a freeing moment when I decided that cancer was not my destiny. And if cancer wasn't my destiny, what was? How fun is that question? If cancer is not my destiny and does not define me, what does? That was fun to figure out. That is why I'm here with you today. This is where cancer has brought me, right? You're welcome, German. Yeah. Terrence says, is this the church version since I can't go to my Sunday church meeting? Yes. Welcome to your sermon today, Terrence. Crazy. Oh, goodness. All right, you guys. I love you bunches. I hope that you're having a beautiful Sunday. Go focus on something beautiful. Stop focusing on the crap. I'll use Terrence's word. Stop focusing on the crap. You can't control what is happening right now, so stop trying to control it. Find out where the lessons are. Find out, this is coming from, just like I teach my clients, what if cancer is coming from a loving source? Most people are like, what? But what if it's coming from a loving source and it's here to teach you something about yourself? What if Corona is coming from a loving source? It is here to teach you something about yourself in this moment of solitude. And I don't care about the conspiracy theories. I don't care about all that crap that you guys are, everybody's, not you guys, sorry, that everybody's throwing around about this. None of that matters. I don't care whose fault it is. I don't care if it's being handled like it's supposed to be handled. It's up to you to make a decision how it will affect you. Period. I didn't say infect, by the way. I said affect. Period. Bottom line. Exclamation point. Period again. Period, period, period. If I could only talk in with my exclamation points, like if they would just pop up over my head when I was ready to have one. All right, you guys. I will see you on Tuesday night for the Cancer Coach Talks. We're going to be talking about lack and why it's destroying your health and why it may be destroying your life, actually. So hope to see you then, 6 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you follow the page. You guys have a great afternoon, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye, everybody.